which the council approved, in return for the Bay Bears' repair of a leaky roof at the stadium, estimated to cost between $500,000 and $900,000. No one knows if this work has actually been completed. Additionally, new payments were offered to the Bay Bears, which dramatically reduced their cost to lease the building to $100,000 or $25,000 a quarter. The Bay Bears only sent quarterly payments till the end of 2012 and now owes the City of Mobile at least $150,000 under the terms of the current contract. With the roof, if you look at the contract from 2011, it is very clear that the club, prior to replacing the stadium roofs, sent copies of all plans and specifications for the said repairs and improvements to the city for comment and review, and that they are to seek written approval from the city. None of this is documented, but the word of the manager is that the work's been done. But that's in violation of the contract, that clearly was stated how they were should have gone about the improvements. The Bay Bears received proceeds from ticket and concession sales, parking, and receipts from rental activities, along with any advertising that's done at the stadium. The city also maintains the grounds and repairs the facility. If you look at the 2008 contract, which was amended, there talks about light bulbs that does not apply to what the city is responsible for. Yet we talk about some of this money that will be reallocated, which I know will come back to the council. But I want the administration to pay attention to that aspect of the contract, because I do not believe that it's been amended. And it clearly states that the club is responsible for light bulbs. So please do a review. A contract is an agreement with specific terms and conditions. The City of Mobile and the Bay Bears promise to commit and to perform. The contract signed and promised by the Bay Bears owners does not contain language that unilaterally allows them to stop payments to the city. The contract signed by the Bay Bear owners does not permit them to threaten the citizens of Mobile that they will leave Mobile if they are forced to pay the terms they agreed to in 2011. Additionally, what is remarkable to me is that the Bay Bears, who are behind in payments to the city, now want us to fulfill our terms of agreement, which is to replace substandard lighting, drainage, and dugout conditions. They claim this existed for years. Unless I'm mistaken, the council was first informed of these stadium conditions and city obligations last week. They were not mentioned in 2011. It is clear the Bay Bears have not fulfilled their contractual obligations since they stopped sending payments to the city. Yet they want us to commit dollars for stadium upgrades. I'm even more distressed that our administration feels we are somehow still contractually obligated to allocate $500,000 in stadium upgrades, despite the fact that the Bay Bears are presently not in compliance with their side of the agreement. They owe the taxpayers of Mobile $150,000. Should we not have a commitment signed by the Bay Bears similar to Mayor Jones' administration did in 2011 before we allocate or transfer any funds that speak to these improvements? We have nothing in writing that promised the city that the Bay Bears would stay here as a minor league franchise and obligate and eventually spend these $500,000. Yes, the stadium is our responsibility, but I have been assured the field and lights are presently quite adequate and safe for college and high school games. Yes, we don't want the stigma of losing a minor league team, but it could be worse if we spend the $500,000 on upgrades and realize after they have or had no intention of staying in Mobile. I can in good conscience vote in favor of transferring the $500,000 of taxpayer money before a new agreement or contract is negotiated with the Bay Bears. It only makes good business sense to have a contract in place prior to committing or transferring more money to the Bay Bear franchise owners, who are unknown to me and therefore unknown to the citizens of Mobile. knowing their past performance of non-compliance to the taxpayers of Mobile.